It's time for the match game. Hollywood Squares Hour with Leno. And our salute to the 50s, Donahue. Fabian. From Father Knows Best, Elinor Donahue. From the many loves of Dobie Gillis, Bob Denver. And the stars of the Match Game Hollywood Squares Hour, Gene Rayburn and John Bauman.
All right. Greetings, one and all.
Greetings.
How are you, Bob?
Pretty good, Gene.
Yeah. Have you done many of these? Is this your first go at this sort of thing?
This is the first time. I'm doing really great.
Well, we think you're doing great. It's a joy to have you around here. It's a joy to see your beautiful body here.
Oh, thank you. That's like to me.
I was talking to her. You're not bad, but not my cup of tea. Are you all quite ready?
Oh, I'm all set. I've been playing the Hollywood Squares Match Game home game all week.
You've been practicing?
Oh, my wife and I have a great time.
No kidding. And when do you play the game?
Huh?
No.
Dead on boom.
All right. Let's say hello to our two players over here. They are Cindy Clement and Diane Carvin. Ladies, we'll get acquainted. We'll begin first by finding out who Cindy is and all that.
Okay.
Hold it. We want to hear a little bit about you, Cindy.
Okay, well, I'm a native of California. I'm 25 years old. I'm single, but I do date a very nice boyfriend. I work as a loan officer for a major financial institution, and I'm continuing my education in the evenings.
You've told it all.
I've told it all.
You didn't hold back at all, did you?
Not a thing.
All right. Nice to have you with us, Cindy.
Thank you.
Diane, let's hear about you, please.
I live in La Habra. I'm a new mom for the second time right now. I have an 11-week-old baby boy and a 19-month-old baby girl. So when I can find any time between changing diapers, I do a little bit of freelance writing and artwork.
Who's changing the diapers right now?
Sister.
A sister.
Uh-huh.
All right.
Sister Sue.
Good. Now let's begin the match game. You'll have 3 chances to match as many of the stars as you can, and the winner will go on to challenge our returning champion on Hollywood Squares for a chance to win up to $30,000. Cindy won the toss. She'll be going first.
I'll go with A, please.
A it is. Here we go. Kathy said, she said, that's the last time I eat at Henry the Hobo's restaurant. His soup of the day was cream of blank.
Is that Kathy with a C or Kathy with a K?
Kathy with a C.
That makes a big difference.
Big difference. All right, Fabe?
Yeah.
Cindy, Kathy said that's the last time I eat at Henry the Hobo's restaurant. His soup of the day was cream of blank.
Cream of cockroach.
Ah! That's not bad, but it's revolting. I hadn't thought of that. What'd you say about bones? Them bones, them bones, them.
I have had the cream of raisin, although that's not my answer, but cream of garbage.
Cream of garbage is a good one. All right. Fabian.
I went along with the garbage can. Cream of garbage.
Cream of garbage. Cindy is looking for cream of cockroach soup.
She's a loan officer at a major financial institution.
Right.
How come no one ever comes on and says, I'm a loan officer at a minor financial institution? I've always wondered about that. I said cream of old shoe.
Old shoe is not bad. I like that one. What do you have?
Specific.
Cream of water.
Cream of water.
Yeah, I've had that soup somewhere, too.
That's,
Oh, this
Hobo
place
would
is
have
really crummy. I had cream of breadcrumbs.
that. Cream of breadcrumbs. All right, so there's no match there. Diane, let's see if you can score with your first round question. Here it is. Ira the inventor said, I just invented the first mechanical wife. Now, the only problem is at bedtime, instead of a headache, she says, not tonight, dear, I have a blank. I think that's quite amusing. The audience was amused. Good.
Yeah. He's a good speller.
I'll help you with the spelling. Hold the card. I don't know how to spell it either. I just realized.
Well, that's what I thought it was.
Yeah, you're right. All right, here we go. Ready, Diane? Ira, the inventor, said, I just invented the first mechanical wife. The only problem is, at bedtime, instead of a headache, she says, not tonight, dear, I have a blank.
I don't know if I can say this.
Oh, come over here. Come over
Try
here.
it. Come on.
Talk to me.
We'll see. Try it.
I don't know if you can say that either.
Ask me, I'll know.
I've got
No, wait a minute. Now, if you say it straight, no smirking, just say it straight without giggling or any of that stuff. It'll be okay. She says, what?
I think I'll go with my first thought instead.
Oh, that was your second thought?
Oh, come on.
All
Suck
right.
it to us.
You have to have some kind of answer.
A flat tire.
A flat tire?
Flat tire?
It's a mechanical wife. They don't have tires. They have bunions. Or I don't know what they have. Well, you should have gone with your first, the first thing you told me. What do you say, Bob?
I said short circuit.
Short circuit is good. What do you say?
Well, depending on whether she's wearing her diode or not. Well, we can say that. We can say diode, which is...
Diode, right.
You know, the minds that these people have.
Yes. She also had triodes in addition to diodes.
Triodes, but she might just have electric problems.
Electric problems. Gotcha. All right. No, electric problem. Okay, and remember, it's a mechanical wife, and there are electrical parts also.
Okay.
Fabian?
Well, it's not a flat tire, it's a short circuit.
Short circuit is good. I don't think you're going to find a flat tire over here.
Okay. Set a screw loose.
A screw loose. All right. What have you got, Elinor?
A broken spring.
A broken spring.
And a broken spring.
That's good.
Troy has a broken spring. So there we are, 0-0 at the end of round one, and round two will be along right after this. Here we go, round two. Bing. Now, since the score is tied 0-0, and she went first last time, Diane will ask you to go first this time.
A, please.
Diane says she wants A, and here's what it says. The baseball player said, when I go out with a woman, I always like to know how I'm doing. So I bring along an umpire, and he tells me if I'm going to blank.
Going to.
When I go out with a woman, I always like to know how I'm doing, so I bring along an umpire, and he tells me if I'm going to blank.
Oh, well,
That's it. Yeah. Okay, the upper tier is ready. Got it, Troy?
Yep.
Here we go, Diane.
Got my eyes.
You know anything about baseball?
A little bit, more than mechanical things.
Maybe this one.
All right, the baseball player said, when I go out with a woman, I always like to know how I'm doing. So I bring along an umpire, and he tells me if I'm going to blank.
Strike out.
Very good. She said strike out, Bob.
That's a good answer. There's two good answers, I think, really. One was strike out, and the other one, I think, is score.
Score, right. Now the possibility is get to first base.
Oh, that's true.
That's another one. Jay?
Well, unfortunately for her, we major leaguers know nothing about striking out, so we have to say score.
Get a score. Strike out. Fabian?
Now, is this fair? Before she said it, I changed my mind, and I put it in before she said it. I had two answers.
Well, did you scratch it out?
I just wrote another card.
Well, we would prefer, it would look better if you just scratch it out. So get the old card and scratch it out and write in the new answer.
Okay.
And it'll please everybody. All right? Okay, we'll wait.
You'll never understand this anyway.
Yes.
It was score, then I put striking out.
All right?
Is that okay?
Right. That's okay with me.
I saw him do it.
You saw him do it?
I saw him do it. Yep.
All right. Bob Denver says he saw him do it. What do you say?
Are we still on the air? Yeah.
Yes.
Oh, okay. I said strike out.
All right. Diane now has two. What do you say?
When I was a little girl, I sang on the radio, and one thing I sang was Take Me Out to the Ball Game, and I remember 1, 2, 3 strikes, you're out.
Right, at the old ball game.
I said, have a ball or a strike.
Have a ball or a strike.
No.
He was kind of hedging his bets there, you know?
Nothing, huh?
Nothing.
If you said anything, it might match.
So, well, you got off the ground there, Diane. You've matched 3. Now, Cindy, let's see how you do with yours. The farmer said to his wife, I think there's too much iron in this.
Control yourself.
I think there's too much iron in this new chicken feed. The chickens are laying blank. Too much iron in the new chicken feed. All right. Ready, Bob? Hi, Cindy. The farmer said to his wife, I think there's too much iron in this new chicken feed. The chickens are laying blank.
Plows.
Plows.
Who?
Couldn't think of anything else.
Is that the only thing you could think of?
That's all I could think of.
That would hurt, wouldn't it?
Ouch.
I mean, there's some things, you know, I understand you were trying to get something with iron in it or steel.
What did she say?
Plows.
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 A plow.
Ooh, I wouldn't want to be that chicken.
No.
I said ball bearings.
Ball bearings.
A loan officer, huh?
Yeah.
Well, nobody can say no like a loan officer.
That's right.
If you plead, and then they go, I'm sorry. Well, I'm sorry, too. I really am. I said BBs.
BBs. Yeah. Very good.
Ball bearings.
Ball bearings. Ball bearings and BBs are almost the same thing. Ball bearings a little bigger, although there are some bearings that are as small as BB shot. John?
Neither of them match plows, do they?
No, no plows.
I said the king of all answers, BBs.
BBs. BB King of the Blues, Elinor.
I didn't spell it right because I didn't know how. It's just BB shot. BB shot.
BB shot. All right.
Oh, that's like BB Raposa.
What have you got for us, Troy?
Is this a mechanical chicken? Like the... No, it's not.
No.
Ball bearings.
Ball bearings. So, you got the hang of it now. That's the end of round 2. 3-0 the score. She's ahead. Third and final round right after this. Here we go with the third and final round. You're ahead, Diane. You have to go first.
Okay, I'll try B this time.
B? Okay, 3 people play. Bob, Jay, and Troy. All right, you guys.
All right.
Have you heard about the new magazine for gardeners?
No.
It's called Blanker's Digest. Don't say it, audience. That's it.
It's called what? What is it again?
The upper tier is having a little problems, John.
What is it called again? What? Oh, something digest.
Listen, I know your eyesight is bad.
You remind me of a teacher I had in school. She accused me of the same thing.
I didn't get that.
You ready, Jay?
Sure, why not? I thought up an original answer.
This new magazine for gardeners, it's called Blanker's Digest.
Planters.
What?
What?
Jay was naughty.
Jay, you were not in?
Now, there was a wire out here, and I quickly had to splice it to get the light to go back on.
Jay, you didn't
I
put
thought
your
I could do
card
it in
in?
time to save everybody a lot of
Put your
time and money.
card in?
Boy, these shows...
Didn't put your card in?
The things you do for scale, it's unbelievable.
All right, Diane. This magazine for gardeners, it's called Blanker's Digest.
Planters Digest.
How about a copy of the home game?
What's the famous magazine, Something Digest?
Readers.
Oh, I know.
You know it now?
I know it now.
What is it?
Hustler Digest.
Cedars Digest.
What is it?
Cedars.
No, not Cedars. Not Cedars.
Well, that's not...
Let's see, who plays? You play, Bob. What do you say? Weeder's Digest. And a play on Reader's Digest to see.
You think she feels terrible enough yet?
All right.
Jay says... Weeders.
And that looks just like Jay,
Yeah, it
doesn't it?
does, it does.
Troy?
Reader's Digest.
Reader's Digest. We're trying.
Not much of a gardener either.
No.
I didn't get that right away.
Are you ready, Cindy? Yes. She's ahead 3-0. The best you could do, I mean, you could tie it by matching 3. You could win it if you match 4. Fat Frida's husband said, he said, how could you gain 10 pounds at a fat farm where they lock you in at night? How could you do that? And Fat Frida said, I fooled them. Every night I had a friend slip blanks under the door. Fat Frida's at a fat farm.
My wife is on a diet, Gene.
She is. Your wife is on a diet.
My wife is on probably the most popular diet in the United States.
What's that one?
The I'm not eating, I'll just have a bite of yours diet. Are you familiar with this one?
Yeah.
I lost about 9 pounds on this diet.
You did. Cuts you down quite a bit, doesn't it?
Boy.
All right.
You noticed I was first.
You were 10 pounds. Okay. Okay.
All right. Ready, Cindy?
Yeah.
All right, I'll give it to you one more time. Fat Frida's husband said, how could you gain 10 pounds at a fat farm where they lock you in at night? And Fat Frida said, I fooled them. Every night I had a friend slip blanks under the door.
Cookies?
Cookies. They could be skinny enough to fit under there. Cookies, you'd have to have a lot of them to put on some weight.
Yeah.
What do you say?
I thought pizzas are nice and
Pizza.
flat.
Big, slip me a pizza under the door.
Yeah, I wanted the anchovy and the sausage, but the sausage was too big, so I just got cheese and
regular cheese
to
pizza.
slide under the door.
Right.
Yeah.
All right.
Cheese pizza.
3 pizzas to go on the upper tier. Now the lower tier, what are you ordering? You got to match all these to stay in the game. John?
I chose another flat item for Fat Frida, but it doesn't help her any. I said pancakes.
Pancakes, another good one. So that means Diane wins the game. What do you have, Elinor?
I had the Leaning Tower of pizza.
Pancakes and pizza. Come on down. Right on that mark. Cindy, it was a pleasure to meet you.
Thank you. I had a great time.
Good. We're going to send some gifts to Cindy Clement from the match game. How do you feel?
Silly, but good.
Good. All right, now we're going to switch to Hollywood Squares. We'll bring on our 3 additional stars. There comes the rest of our set. John and I will trade places, and we've got a lot more going your way here. Don't go away. We'll be right back.
A member of our studio audience will receive Montgomery Ward's 19-inch color portable remote TV. Programmable remote system, 130-channel capability, automatic color system, and room light sensor furnished by Montgomery Ward. And now it's time for more of the match game, Hollywood Squares Hour, with more of our salute to the 50s. From the adventures of Ozzie and Harriet, David Nelson. From Make Room for Daddy, Angela Cartwright. From 77 Sunset Strip, Ed Byrnes. And taking over, the star of the Hollywood Squares, John Bauman.
And we will be right back to play Hollywood Squares with this relic from the 50s. See you then.
And now, John Bauman and the Hollywood Squares.
What a tough job. This really is. Now, you did well. That was a good comeback. Your Weeder's Digest almost did you in, but you hung on. You made your way through match game into Hollywood Squares. Good for you, Diane Carvin. We have 3 brand new celebrities with us. David Nelson, Angela Cartwright, and Ed Byrnes. David Nelson, I guess the question that would most interest me, or the answer that would most interest me about your life is, are you still very close with Rick?
Rick and I are close, especially when I need a loan. I see him quite often.
And we'll go over here and play Hollywood Squares.
Oh, great.
Here she is. It's her second day. She had a luscious day yesterday. Her name is Blaine McFadden. Her total is 11,625 smackaroos. Not bad. That is a lot of tap lessons.
Yeah.
Now, what do you think you might do with that kind of money? Any thoughts?
Well, I owe my mother gas money for coming up here, so I guess I'll pay her back.
Okay, that's good. That only leaves $11,607 left. Got any more details?
I don't know what I'll do. I'll probably cash it all and kind of spread it around the living room or something.
Okay. Well, don't think about it yet because you're not done.
Oh.
See what the grand total is, and then you can figure it out because you are going to play Hollywood Squares one more time, and you're going to play it for the first time until you hear the Time's Up bell. Whoever is ahead goes on to play Supermatch, and that's worth up to $30,000. You won 10 yesterday, which is a nice start. First game's worth $100, $25 for every square, and champ gets to start. Blaine McFadden, pick a star.
Okay, Jay, please.
Jay Leno.
My mom says hello.
Is your husband still alive, Jay?
Yes, he is.
Good, okay.
Everyone is fine with me.
Good, because this says your husband wants to bring his boss and the boss's mistress home for dinner.
Oh, no, Mr. Honeywell? Yeah?
Now, does Ann Landers say you should allow this for the sake of your hubby's career?
Mm-hmm.
Or should they go somewhere else to cheat?
Well, they're coming for dinner. I assume these people won't be doing anything on the dining room table, correct? You said they're coming to my house to cheat. No, I wouldn't allow them to. You know, I've got expensive tableware there. I don't want people knocking things all over the place.
So they...
No, if you say, are they coming to dinner? Yes, you should tolerate it if they're coming to dinner.
So they shouldn't cheat, but it's okay to eat.
Yeah, you can be a bit cool, perhaps, but yeah, I think so.
He says it's okay to have them for dinner. What do you say, Blaine?
I'll agree.
They should cheat somewhere else, and that includes everything, even just a dinner. If it's the husband, if it's the boss and his mistress, so you should have disagreed with Jay, and your opponent gets off to a good start. You got 1-0. Pick a star for another one.
David, please.
David Nelson. Who watches more television? Single people or married people?
I watched a lot of television anyway, no matter.
It's not.
I think married people.
Yeah.
What do you say, Diane? Agree or disagree?
I agree.
Married people watch more television, almost twice as much. Wonder why. So, the challenger has sprinted off to 2 diagonal O's, and you are playing X. Pick a star.
Troy to block.
Okay, you missed this one. The challenger starts off with a real bang. Troy Donahue, you and your mother-in-law are visiting the top of the Empire State Building.
Which mother-in-law? All right, okay, I know which one.
It's Friday. We're getting a lot of personal stuff out. You and your mother-in-law are visiting the top of the Empire State Building. When you leave, you climb into the elevator. But your mother-in-law is in a hurry, so she jumps off the roof.
Oh, good.
What a tough break, huh? Boy.
Now, the question is, Troy...
Who will get there first? No.
That's right. Which one of you will reach the ground first?
You know, I've heard...
I hope she does. I really hope she does. And I will say that she does.
Okay, so it's wishful thinking and your answer.
Yes.
He says your mother-in-law, who jumps off the roof, will reach the ground before you in the elevator. Agree or disagree, Blaine?
I'll agree.
Your mother-in-law will reach the ground first. You're right to agree. You get the square, and you do block. Troy seems pretty pleased about that, and we'll be back to finish our $100 game after these messages. Return with us.
Stay tuned for more of the Match Game Hollywood Squares Hour. Now back to John Bauman and the Hollywood Squares.
So the challenger is in control in the sense that she's got $50 to 25 for the champ, but really what just happened was that you were thwarted for a game win. It's your move, Diane.
Angela, please.
Angela Cartwright. According to Cosmo's Guide to the New Etiquette, a girl should polish her lover's ring. Do they recommend you rub it with toothpaste or breathe on it and rub it against his chest hairs?
Seeing that it's cosmopolitan, I would say that you should breathe on it and rub it on his hair, on his chest.
Agree or disagree, Diane?
I disagree.
According to Cosmo's Guide to the New Etiquette, you should rub it with toothpaste. You're right to disagree, and you get the square, and that is good playing. That just proves that our writers are even more warped than Cosmo's Guide to the New Etiquette. Blaine, your move for an X.
Ed to block.
Okay. You missed this one, the game, and the lead really goes to Diane. Ed Byrnes, an earthworm is crawling towards you. Now you hold a match. You hold out a match. Will the worm keep going until he burns to a crisp, or will the worm turn?
The worm will shy away and not reach the match, the flame.
So the worm will turn.
Right.
He says the worm will turn. Blaine, to block?
I'll agree.
The worm will turn. Yes, you are right to agree. You get the square, and you do block. So now we have a pretty interesting game configuration, and Diane, it's your move for an O.
Elinor to win?
She's going to go for the game win, which makes a lot of sense. Elinor Donahue, according to a survey at the University of Pennsylvania, do the majority of pet owners talk to their animals as if they were people, or do they think that's ridiculous?
I would have to use personal experience on this, and I truly believe that people talk to their animals as if they're people.
She says the majority talk to their animals as if they were people. For the game, do you agree or disagree?
I agree.
The majority of pet owners talk to their animals as if they were people. You're right to agree. You get the square, and you win the game. Good for you. Is that true? I guess it's true.
Yeah, the worst part.
Yeah.
Have a Scottish
Congratulations to you. You have a lead of 200 to 50, but we got plenty of time. We're going to sweep the X's and O's off of the board, and we're going to start a $200 game. Blaine, it's your move.
I'll go with Fabian.
What can you do when all the ink clogs up in your ballpoint pen? According to Mary Ellen, should you stick it in the microwave for 30 seconds, or should you stick it in the filter end of a cigarette and turn?
You've got to be kidding.
This is dead serious.
On both of them. In the filter end of a cigarette and
turn. Right.
Turn.
One of those will help your ink unclog.
You know, I was discussing this with my pet just the other day.
Never came to any conclusion. Oh, I guess the cigarette filter would work.
Okay, so stick it in the filter end of a cigarette and turn to unclog that pen. What do you say, Blaine?
I'll agree.
You should stick it in a filter cigarette. Yes, you're right to agree. And you get the square. Well, interesting. That information direct from the Surgeon General's report on ballpoint pens. Diane Carvin, you are playing O. Pick a star.
J, please.
Okay, Mr. Leno. There is something unusual about the telephone books in Iceland. Is everyone listed by his or her first name, or are the phone books edible?
You ever eaten in an Iceland restaurant? Is everyone listed
by his or her first name, right?
Or are they edible?
Or can you eat the phone books?
Well, there's a lot of Svens over there. Well, you wouldn't eat the phone book, really. That seems silly. So I would say that, yeah, everybody's first name. No, I know what it is. I know what it is. In Iceland, there are 12 names that are very common. And it's like Smith. There's thousands of those names. So they're listed by the first name.
Okay, so he says everyone's listed by his or her first name. Agree or disagree, Diane?
I agree.
Everyone in Iceland is listed by his or her first name. Yes, you're right to agree. And you get the square. Good. So put that in your phone book and eat it, and we'll be back to finish the $200 game right after these messages. $225 for the challenger, $75 for the champ. And I also should point out that the champ started this game and picked an unorthodox square in the sense she didn't go in the center or to any of the corners. It's your move once again. We'll see if your strategy pays off. Pick a star, Blaine.
Troy.
Okay, Mr. Donahue. If they both live an average lifespan, who will live longer? Mary Tyler Moore or a chipmunk?
They're both real cute.
Oh, Mary Tyler Moore, I hope. Yeah, Mary Tyler Moore.
says Mary Tyler Moore will live longer than a chipmunk. Agree or disagree, Blaine?
I agree.
Mary Tyler Moore will live longer than a chipmunk. Yes, you're right to agree, and you get that square. And there's quite a difference. The average chipmunk lives about 4 years. Diane, that wasn't so hot for you. Where would you like to place an O?
Ed to block, please.
Okay, now you missed this one. The game and the lead goes over to Blaine. Ed Byrnes.
Yes, I'm awake. I'm here. Go ahead.
Attaboy. In Sweden, it is illegal to show this on television. Is it a naked woman or a TV commercial?
They show nudity in Sweden on television. You still want the answer?
I think you're telling me.
The answer is no commercials.
Right. It's illegal to show a TV commercial, according to Ed. Agree or disagree? To block, Diane.
I agree.
In Sweden, it is illegal to show a TV commercial. Yes, you're right to agree. You get the square and you do block. So you're keeping up a run of very good playing from the challenger position. And Blaine, you're playing X, and now the shoe is on the other foot. Pick a star.
Jean to block.
You missed this one. It's a pretty big lead for Diane. You want to promote brotherhood, so you mail a salami to a Russian. Will the salami make it through customs, or will it be detained at the border?
Well, they'll probably have to cut it up and make sure there are no listening devices implanted in the salami, or I don't.
Oh, that's a lot of baloney.
No, you're talking about Russian. Will it get through Russian customs?
Yeah.
I got
Is the ham in the center square confusing you, Gene?
No.
I got a pimento loaf through once. I don't know if that's the same thing.
I would imagine it would be very difficult to get a salami through Russian customs.
Okay, so you say it will be detained at the border.
I think so, yes.
What do you say to block, Blaine?
I'll agree.
Blaine says to block that she agrees, and it will be detained at the border. Yes, you're right to agree. You get the square, and you do block, and it will be really detained because no food is, in fact, permitted through Russian customs, period. Huh. Diane, your move. You're thwarted there.
Elinor to block.
Right. You missed this one. The game in the lead goes over to Blaine. Elinor Donahue, according to Dr. Joyce Brothers, what is a woman more likely to see when she looks in the mirror? Her flaws or her assets?
Is she facing the mirror?
Oh, Jay. What am I going to do with you? I think that most women see their flaws and then they try to figure out a way to fix them. That would be my
guess. They try to lessen their assets.
Agree or disagree to block, Diane?
I agree.
According to Dr. Joyce Brothers, she's more likely to see her flaws. You're right to agree. You get the square and you do block. So there's a whole mess of O's and a whole mess of X's. And I'm not going to look at it anymore. You tell me where you'd like to move.
Angela to block.
Right. Back and forth. You missed this one. It's a pretty big lead for Diane. Angela. It is 1922, and you're dancing with Rudolph Valentino.
Oh, yeah.
And Fatty Arbuckle comes to cut in. Now, according to Emily Post, do you have to dance with Fatty? Or can you tell him to beat it?
Fatty wants to dance with Valentino.
I would like to believe you could dance with who you wanted to. 22, though. I'll say that you dance. You wait.
Just don't go out for a Coke.
You can keep dancing with Valentino.
Okay.
And say bug off.
Okay, so you can just tell Fatty to beat it.
Yes.
Agree or disagree, Blaine?
I'll disagree.
It is in 1922, according to Emily Post, you have to dance with Fatty. That is very good playing. You're right to disagree. You get the square, and you do block. So, we have almost a full dance card on the Hollywood Squares board. And Diane Carvin, it's your chance for an O.
David, please.
Yeah. It's almost pick a star, any star at this point. Yes, you're right. David Nelson, your daughter is locking, popping, waving, and punking. Is she fixing her hair, or is she dancing?
I think she's fixing her hair.
Agree or disagree, Diane? Oh, I must point out, wait, just 1 second, because I missed this myself. I must point out that there are 4 X's up there on the board. That means that if you miss this question, your opponent will have 5 X's and win the game. Okay, she's locking, popping, waving, and punking. And David says that means she is fixing her hair. Agree or disagree?
I agree.
She is dancing. You should have disagreed with David. Your opponent gets that square, and your opponent wins that game. Okay. So that means that you have taken the lead, defending champ. That means that Blaine McFadden with $375 to $275 for Diane Carvin is ahead, but we will clear the board and move on to the next game, and it's worth $300, and you get to start, Diane.
Jay, please.
Okay, Mr. Leno. All right. It's very tight now. Let's keep it moving. Freddie the Frog is looking for a little action. Will he only be attracted to female frogs, or is he just as likely to romance a stone?
Let's hope Fatty Arbuckle doesn't come in on this. Let's see. Well, if he's anything like me, no, he probably will romance, wink, wink, the stone. Yes, yes.
He says a frog will romance a stone. Agree or disagree, Diane?
I disagree.
A frog will romance a stone. Believe it or not, you should have agreed with Jay. So your opponent gets that square, and the bell means that time is up. She has done it second day in a row. Blaine McFadden, $400. Still champ. Good for you.
Good player.
I do love my first instinct.
I know. And you're such a good player. And you're such a lively person.
That was my first instinct. I didn't do it.
That was your first what?
That was my first instinct.
That was your first instinct. Well, you mean on that last question?
On the last one I meant. The one that turned it.
Yeah, okay. Well, the one that turned it was the last question in the previous game. Everything was really riding on that. But you're lovely and you're terrific, and you got $275, and her name is Diane Carvin. Thanks for being with us. Okay.
Okay. Here we are with the champ. We'll be back with her and the 9 stars for a go at the big money right after this.
And now, here to play the super match is Gene Rayburn.
Okay, Rich, here we are. You know how this goes.
Yeah, I do.
Ready to play?
Yeah, I'm ready.
Well, let's begin. You could win up to $30,000 here in the super match. We pulled an audience not too long ago and said, write down your best answer to this. Blank rain. If you name the answer they wrote down most often, it's $1,000 for you. For the second most popular, $500, and $250 for the third. All right, let's see what sort of suggestions you'll get from the stars.
Okay, how about David?
Acid.
Acid rain. Big subject these days.
John?
I'm singing in the rain.
Singing in the Rain, one of the all-time great standard songs.
And I'll go with Elinor.
No. Well, I just came back from Kansas City, Missouri, and I was in an ice storm, and they call it icy rain, and that's the only thing I could think of.
All right. Icy Rain, Singing in the Rain, and Acid Rain are the 3 they've given you. Now you have the choice of choosing one of those 3 or perhaps inventing one of your own.
I think I'll go with John with Singing in the Rain.
Singing in the Rain is the one she thinks is up there under the $1,000 response. However, we'll begin at the bottom and reveal the $250 response. Pouring Rain. That's there. $250. Under $500, we have Acid Rain. All right. It looks good for Singing in the Rain. I think it's going to be there. Let's slide it right now. Yeah! Another 1,000. So you've added to your winnings another $1,000. Now it's time for the head-to-head match with any star of your choosing, and after you've made your decision, the star will reveal the hidden number. We hope it's a 30, because then you'll be playing for $30,000. All right, time to choose a star.
I'm going to go with Ed.
All right, Ed Byrnes, she thinks it's $20,000 you are playing for. $20,000. All right, here we go.
I gotta play this? Who's playing this?
You're going to write your response and put it in the slot when you're ready, Ed.
Okay.
Raise the blank. Raise the blank. R-A-I-S-E, the T-H-E blank. Raise the blank. He's ready. All right. You collect the 20,000 if you match him. How do you do that?
Raise the curtain.
The audience is groaning kind of negatively.
They're mixed up.
It's a sort of, I think it's sort of an inside showbiz phrase, raise the curtain. Ed, what did you say?
Terribly sorry. I said raise the flag.
Raise the flag. Raise the flag is a good one. Raise the roof would have been another good one. Raise the flag, raise the roof, raise the curtain was okay. All right, listen, you have a total of $13,025 because you added 1,000 here, plus your other winnings. You're doing okay. We'll be back with Her of the Stars right after this. Now we're going to find out which of the stars had the big number. So we'll ask all of you to grab the tag, then give it a yank now. Pardon me. Elinor. Donahue has this. Isn't that something?
And she's quite a good player, too.
And she had it she had it earlier in the week, didn't she? It was a joy to take this nostalgic trip back to the 50s. Thank you all. We hope to see you again here sometime in the match game. You were splendid.
Don't leave yet, Jay.
Don't go, Jay. Lane, we'll see you on Monday, okay?
Yeah, okay.
Gene Rayburn, have a nice weekend. Join us on Monday.
John Bowman saying so long for the match game, Hollywood Squares there. I'm just going to go.
A member of our studio audience will receive Arkla's Gas Grill with a large tempered viewing window, plus an informative cookbook, The Pleasures of Gas Grilling, furnished by Arkla Industries. This is Rich Jeffries speaking for the Match Game Hollywood Squares Hour, a Mark Goodson television production.